Hello Planet Internet, I am Emperor Cole. This is Emperor Cole Film Review, brought to you by MindbenderENT.com, and today I'm here to review Hell or High Water. Everyone, if you're planning a bank heist, you might want to watch this review, and let's figure this one out together. Okay, so Hell or High Water is written by Taylor Sheridan, directed by David Mackenzie, and it stars Jeff Bridges, Chris Pine, and Ben Foster. The movie is a heist/drama crime film about two brothers that go on a bank robbery spree in order to get money to save their family ranch. And what stands between them and glory is a seasoned lawman who's only a few weeks away from retirement. That lawman is played by Jeff Bridges. This is the definition of a character-driven film. This movie has some excellent performances across the board. Chris Pine, Ben Foster, and Jeff Bridges. I'm pretty sure somebody's going to get nominated for an Oscar for their performances in this movie. Jeff Bridges did an excellent job at playing a grizzled lawman with a mush mouth who talks a little bit too much, but is also determined to get his man and catch the criminals in the end. Bridges did so well in this role that he kind of disappears into it. And this movie almost looks like this could just be a camera following a police guy around who's working on this particular case. That's how well Jeff Bridges was as this particular character. Ben Foster did an excellent job of playing the wild, out-of-control brother who's been in trouble with the law and served some time for doing all kinds of stuff. He was very believable in the role. Him and Chris Pine, I believe, had very good chemistry, and they even came off as the type they could really be brothers. One brother is wild and out of control. The other brother is more quiet and assuming, and he's more the trying to walk a straight path brother. Although he's definitely has some f-ups in his life himself. He's just not as far out there as his brother. So the tone of this film is small town Texas, and obviously that's where the movie actually takes place. The director, David Mackenzie, did a very good job at presenting small town Texas people reacting and doing things that you'd expect to take place in that type of an environment. Let's just say the gun laws are very loose, and lots of people have guns on them in small town Texas. And there's certain scenes in this film where they stay very true. Although I love big action sci-fi films where things are blowing up and there's great visual effects and things of that nature, this movie was a breath of fresh air because it is a very simple story about two brothers simply trying to save their family's ranch in Texas. So although it's a simple story, it is still a very well written and very well directed film. This is a movie where you find yourself rooting for the quote unquote bad guys in the movie because although they're robbing banks and pulling off these heists, they're actually doing it for a legitimate reason. Their mother received a really bad bank loan with a really high interest from a shady bank that is trying hard to foreclose on her land because let's just say there's a little bit more going on with this land. Hence, it is in Texas. On the other hand, you have the lawman played by Jeff Bridges. And even though he's a main character, you see his side of the story where he's trying to catch the quote-unquote bad guys. You find yourself, at least I found myself, rooting far more for the bad guys to win and get away. Any movie that can do that is usually a very good film. Another thing that I really loved about this movie was the fact that the movie took its time to fully develop its main characters. So you get to see some of the motivations and you know the backstory of the main characters. You understand their rhyme or reason and why they're moving, how they're moving, why they're doing what they're doing. So later on, it creates bigger stakes when our cop is facing off versus our So it's time for me to give Hell or High Water a score on the Mindbender Movie Meter. This is a very enjoyable movie that I highly recommend. It's a heist drama that's got a little bit of a Western type element going on for it. So I'm going to have to give Hell or High Water a score of 88%. 88% on the Mindbender Movie Meter score, Hell or High Water. Strongly suggest going out to theaters to check this movie out while it's still there. So this has been Emperor Cole Film Review for Hell or High Water. If you enjoyed this review, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please make sure you check us out on Facebook at Facebook.com/Mindbender Entertainment. Follow us on Twitter at MindbenderENT. And make sure you check out the website, MindbenderENT.com. And remember, the future is now.